Hello and welcome to Chattaboogie Sessions. I'm your host Rob Weldon, and we've got some great music lined up for our first ever episode. We'll be hearing from Mdahts in a little bit, and Soul Mechanic will be closing us out for the night. But first, give it up for Jonathan Wimpee.
Used to have a world without any doubt. Used to have a life till I moved out of my hometown. My hometown, no clue what's going down in my hometown. I had a cool routine, and I never went without. Too much time on my hands, things to talk about in my hometown. My hometown, no clue what's going down in my hometown. People live together with their hopes and their dreams and pain, or whatever. Someday I'll go back there, yeah, and the things won't be the same. The mills and the mall will have all closed down, and nobody'll remember my name. I had some groovy friends I was lucky to have found. Now when I think of them, it only brings me down. When I think of my hometown, my hometown, don't know what's going down in my hometown. Someday I'll go back there, yeah. The things won't be the same. The mills and the mall will have all closed down, and nobody'll remember my name. My name.
So we're here with Jonathan Wimpee. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, sir. Good.
Well, I think people want to know, you have been in, what, 1 million bands in Chattanooga?
give or take.
Ish. So what made you decide that you needed a solo project?
I've always played acoustic shows since I was the 3-year-old in the back seat of the car, and it just seems like the natural thing to do. I've been doing this professionally for 25 years. I figured it was time I had a career. So
now's as good a time as any, I guess.
Start with an album. And, Mitch Wood from Soundscape Studios said, "Come record here," and I said, "Okay," and here we are.
All right. So we're in progress with the album. What's the name of it going to be?
I think it's going to be called Happy Little Accidents because everything's kind of been happenstance. He travels a lot doing sound and lights and things, and I travel and play, and when we can get together, we record a little bit, you know. A little here and a little there.
So it's just taking it when you can get it, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mitch is a busy man for sure. Well, is there any theme to the album? Is there?
It's just songs that I've written over the years. A lot of them are really old, and kind of I hope something hits. So I have to write a second album because it'd be nice to write on some new ideas. I was just kind of thrown in the studio, and they said, "Hey, do something," and I said, "How about this one? How about this one?" You know, and eventually. You do a song and they said, "Hey, let's record that one." So we did it, you know.
So, coming back to writing, do you write pretty regularly? How does your process go?
I try to write all the time. The best songs always just kind of come to you, you know. It's like a gift from the universe, but I attempt to write tunes all the time. Sometimes they stick around, and sometimes they just fall by the wayside.
Are they usually about kind of your own experiences, or do you like to write about other people?
It's really hard to write about things that you don't know, you know? You kind of just go to a place that you know about and talk about it and work from there. Rhythmically and lyrically, they're just waiting on the right ideas to clash, you know? So you write when the inspiration hits.
Okay. Well, inspiration's hitting right now. We'll be right back.
No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get. I got the sin and fears, content with where I live, but I bet I never get. So splendid, isn't it? Each moment living it, but I bet I never get. I got the sin and fears, content with where I live, but I bet I never get. So splendid, isn't it? Each moment living it, but I bet I never get. I got a slight grin, I'm on that bright side. I got some boots you can take a walk in, but they got some miles. Been through the bile and denial, better get your style in check. One by one they fall in step. Blessings left out stepchild. Spit like projectile, step and come correct out. Bless your set like a seasoned vet and leave you with the next style. Got it covered like textile. You bet I said it. Drop a message quick like textile. Like check the bottles, finally breathing. Top with rhyme or reason. Wisdom coming in intensive, spitting like I'm teething. Feed peace, please release me from my demons. They scheming on the low, wake me up. I'm only dreaming. The living in the present, kid. Universal resident. Pause like hesitant, cause I need a break. spending isn't it. Each moment living it, but I bet I never get. Omnipotent, sharp, always ripping it. Got some years on these cats, strong, non-impotent. Long stroke dipping it, shocked how insignificant. Build up on a penny pinch, you thoughts into the infinite. If I get it, with platinum album shine. Be high on life and punch rock without lapping back some shine. Word exchange, turn the clap back bullets. Now they're finding hope in Jesus as they're hashing out their time on baby Allah, baby Buddha, rudimentary movement, student of Confucius, suited in a prison issue orange jumpsuit. It's just the new black. Pipers trying to get a groove back. They sell us lies like we can't rise. We silently consume it. My freedom and my third optic logic got in tune. Follow progress of the monthly by the cycle of the moon. Seek with nature, one with humans. Congruent with the groove. There's a movement, get into it. Watch it bloom, let me get that sonic boom. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get. I got the center biz, content with where I live, but I bet I never get. Suspended isn't it, each moment living it, but I bet I never get. I got the center biz, content with where I live, but I bet I never get. Suspended isn't it, each moment living it, but I bet I never get.
And we're here with E-Rock Russell and Moondog Sykes from Mdahts. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
I'd especially like to thank you for dressing up for us there.
I wore my fancy pants.
Yeah, man, fancy.
These are my good luck pants.
So, we only have 2 people from Mdahts this time. Generally, it might be one person on stage or it might be 15 people on stage.
That's true.
Yeah,
So, how does this thing work? What goes on with Mdahts?
Well, Mdahts all started with me and Spaz, who's in Connecticut right now, working on some music, just kind of reconnecting with other artists he's worked with in the past. And so I'm still here, but and he'll be back. But Mdahts we started as Microdots, and then Mdahts kind of became a little bit more. So the 2 of us work with a lot of different artists and develop artists and just try to share our experience, our knowledge with people to, try to help them. And at the same time, I mean, it's hard for me to show up and play a show for an hour and a half. So the more people I have on stage, the less work I have to do. So that's kind of nice. But it's been really great to work with a lot of people and watch their progress and, feel that you had an impact on somebody. It's pretty cool. So that's kind of what we've got going on. It's almost like artist development, but it's not as professional as that. It's just more like friends helping friends out.
Seems to be like kind of a collective almost.
Pretty much. I mean, I guess that's the whole reason we went from Microdots to Mdahts is because Microdots was really, we also played with the full band, so we go by Microdots when we play with the full band, which we don't really do anymore, but Mdahts was kind of more of a collective, and people are just kind of in and out. We've never, anyone we worked with, we never have done contracts. We've never held them to any kind of, you've got to stay with us this long. It's all been a very come and go as you please kind of thing. And once we start going to contracts and getting too serious, it's not fun anymore.
Let's have fun. That's what I gotta say.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back.
This episode of Chattaboogie Sessions is brought to you by Practica Galactica, Chattanooga's best rehearsal solution, featuring multi-track recording and full backline equipment for ease and efficiency.
Yeah, I'm one step from heaven. Yeah, I'm one step closer to you. Took a short walk down a long road. Took me a while just to figure out what I should do. Thought I had me nothing in common with the girl from up on the hill. Baby, I'm not trying to scare you away, just showing you how I feel. Yeah, well, there's a few things that you don't know, but knowledge comes with time. Climb inside my world now, mama, come climb inside my mind. And I'm old enough to know the one thing I know for sure is nothing. And you've seen enough to know this good thing we have is something. I'm just trying to show you, baby, how I feel. I'm just trying to show you, baby, how I feel. This is how I feel. One thing I know, the one thing I'm scared to think about. Ever since I met you, woman, my whole world's turned inside out. Maybe I gave you the wrong impression to think that I'm so sweet. Baby, I'm just like everyone else that's anyone you meet. And it's just about time for me to go. I'll make this all real quick. Told you once, tell you again, I think you're a groovy chick. Yes, I'm old enough to know the one thing I know for sure is nothing. And you've seen enough to know this good thing we have is something. I'm just trying to show you, baby, how I feel. I'm just trying to show you, baby, how I feel. This is how I feel. I'm just trying to show you, baby, 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 how I feel.
So we're back with Jonathan Wimpee. So tell me, how did it all begin? How did you start playing guitar?
Well, I had a couple uncles that played, and eventually my fingers got big enough to play on their guitars a little bit, but I really kind of just picked it up when I was a teenager, and in high school I played in the jazz band, graduated and hit the road and played for the last 25 years. I don't know. I'm still learning.
Yeah,
I know you stop learning, man.
I know you like to sit in a lot. You know, you can't see a band in Chattanooga without Jonathan Wimpee. Sometimes I don't even think you're invited. I think you just walk on sometimes.
Sometimes I just walk in the room and I see a band that I like, and I'm like, I'd like to learn to play like that, so I just walk on stage.
Yeah, and how does that affect the way you play?
It depends on whether I get hit with a shoe or not.
So when they don't hit you with the shoe, how does that affect you?
The more people you can play with, the more ideas you can soak up, the more interesting your palette becomes. I don't know. I look at it like painting sometimes. If you run out of brown, you might use red and purple and mix them together or something. I don't know.
So you're continually taking lessons from your fellow Chattanoogans around here.
It'd be boring to stop learning, wouldn't it?
It would. It would. So, what do you want to teach us?
Magic.
There it is. This man is magic.
I haven't been a fan of my bad habits, but had them. Contraband is banned from contradicting my planets. Closet lens to panic. 4-line flammable charcoal. Responsibility sucks. I need the ability to walk without a crutch, cause the bills keep coming, they won't stop for nothing. Suck it up. Responsibility sucks. I need the ability to walk without a crutch, cause the bills keep coming, they won't stop for nothing. Suck it up. Got a problem, I guess you better solve it. Gonna talk it, then I guess I better walk it. Cause I can change my clothes, I can change my nose, but I'm changing those bad habits. Got a problem, I guess you better solve it. Gonna talk it, then I guess I better walk it. Cause I can change my clothes, I can change my nose, but I'm changing those bad habits. I know all about dumb luck. I come from a Kentucky hoe, a young punk amongst a bunch of country folk. Wrote my first raps about my status and funky flow. Since then I just been growing, hands in the wind blowing. Tell my pops the sun been flowing. I've been knowing, tell my pops the sun been flowing. And get it going, nightlife like feeling low. Then get it clear, been going until the sun's been glowing. In the growing up, let me staying young in my heart. Except that I can change the things that falling apart. Place the wish upon a star that died before I saw it. So I draw it when I talk it if you call it an art. For all I've got, I'm grateful. For what I've lost, I'm blessed. Call it my perception if my life's in a mess. Got an alcoholic problem that's all let me walk in line. Solve all of them, solve it like stuck to a gas. Put your hands up now. Responsibility sucks. I need the ability to walk without a crutch, cause the bills keep coming, they won't stop for nothing. Suck it up. Responsibility sucks. I need the ability to walk without a crutch, cause the bills keep coming, they won't stop for nothing. Suck it up. Got a problem, I guess you better solve it. Gonna talk it, then I guess I better walk it. Cause I can change my clothes, I can change my nose, but I'm changing those bad habits. Got a problem, I guess you better solve it. Gonna talk it, then I guess I better walk it. Cause I can change my clothes, I can change my nose, but I'm changing those bad habits. Mdahts. Bad habits.
Well, I'm getting pretty penny just to be sitting tied out high with the pipe of my pride. Had me outside though, just to see me out. First prize time has a ride time, found up time. I supersize, prostitute, bustin' lies. I fight, I rise like rumble in the jungle of the love. I'm on my nanny party, y'all. Laying many haymakers that may break a jaw. Think I'm in, take anything just to knock me out. Take me out like some caviar. Microwave, that's a stereo. I can take this down. I'm on my soapbox, one on my car, take the time bomb, country child. Never gave a thought about how that might affect me now, so let me break it down like, ooh, yeah, that's what my man really said. 2-man tag, never not a big fan. I'm a bad habits man, oh man. Bad habits.
All right, so we're back with the Mdahts. I want to ask, is there a theme to your music, or is there something that is consistent in your style?
I would say me personally, and it all varies with, whichever artist is doing their thing. Everybody's definitely bringing their own personality to the table. For me, it's positivity and just kind of the way I think and the way I live and what I feel represents me. I try to just be real true to the way I am. I don't like to say things that aren't real to me because they don't come across, but Moondog and I have two totally different
I try to bring the negative aspect. And not that, it's funny, but it works because he's positive. And then I try to bring in, there's also a darker side to life, and I'm not that I'm a dark person, but the way we work so well is because he's this and I'm this, and we're like the yin and yang. So it just, we cohesive, the cohesiveness with us together just brings it all together, I'm here, he's there, and we just work off each other.
So is it hopeful, negative, or?
Well, it's like you got to be aware of what's around you. Not everything is,
unicorn farts and rainbows.
Fairy dust. There are people out there trying to take advantage of you, trying to take advantage of this and that, and you have to be aware of your surroundings. We want everything to be, we want to bring a positive message. But I'm almost like, like just be aware. Things could go wrong at any minute. And then they can.
So you're over there saying, E-Rock, quit being such a sucker.
Yeah, I mean, there's all the aspects of it. It's not just about the good parts of life. There's the good and the bad. But even the tracks that are fun and there's some humor to it, there's always some kind of underlying message to it, an underlying positive message. And I think that's kind of the key. That's the one thing, like, whenever a new artist comes in and works with us, it's, the main, the rules are no violence, we're not talking violence.
Yeah, I'll never talk about violence. I'm not a violent person. He's definitely not a violent person. Yeah. This guy
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
he said
There's all the lovers right here, yeah.
He said so many things that like a million people have said to me before, but it wasn't until he said it that I was like, oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Like be one with the world. It'll be one with you. I've heard that a million times, but it wasn't until he said it that it finally hit home with me. I became peace with myself, and I'm like, okay, this is great. We just work it out.
So if you wanted to boil down your message to one sentence, what would it be?
Make the most out of what you got and be happy. If you're not happy doing what you do, then stop that and do what you love. Because you got to do what makes you happy.
It's like 7 sentences, but we'll take it.
That's long. I like to run on in my sentences.
There you go. We'll count it as a run on
I don't
sentence.
jog.
Yeah.
I don't jog, so I run on in my sentences.
What about you?
With me, it's like, if you have a dream, I'm a true believer in, whatever you feel like you can do and want to do, go out there and do it. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication, but it can be done. Nobody can stop you from making your dreams come true. If you want to go to the moon, work hard to make it happen, and it will happen. Just don't stop. Don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep pushing forward. Find the people that make you better and find the places that you need to be in to get you to the next step. Because, it's just finding where you need to be and not, don't give up. Don't stop believing in what you need to do.
That was like 15 sentences.
Yeah. Well, that was some words of wisdom from Mdahts, and we'll be right back.
This episode of Chattaboogie Sessions is brought to you by Good Family Productions. Specializing in event videography, we make our clients look like stars.
When I think about that day, the feeling comes up inside. Too hot even for the shade. The battle crossed my mind. For fly, I found a sinking silence. I knew why. He sleeps and I escape. Silence, damage done, only the truth this time. If I could change the rain, the skies would have picked another. For my people's foolish name, I was forced to kill my brother. Before I fly, I found a sinking silence. I knew why. He sleeps and I escape. You know why? Sinking silence, damage done, only the truth this time.
So we're here with Soul Mechanic. What's up, guys?
What's up, Rob?
And gal.
Can't leave out the lady.
And so we've got some new faces here. What's going on?
Well, Jared has been paired up with us for about, I'd say, 6-7 months now. And he's been solid from day one. And Marcus came to one of our shows not too long ago, probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and he was raging out in the crowd. About 4 months ago, something like that. And he was raging out in the crowd, and we knew he had to be a part of it, so, you know.
Well, it's about time y'all got a keyboard player. I'm glad y'all finally took my advice and got a keyboard player.
We have searched high and low, and it really took Jared in, and he was like, we have 2 people. Marcus can be here, and Marcus walked in the first day and was just like, and we were just like, yeah.
It was literally the next day, and they were like,
that's good.
We want you to be in the band. I was like,
we're good.
I got nothing else to do. You know what I mean?
So what made you decide you wanted to get with these crazy people?
It was really just the vibe and really just playing music, you know, with them. You know what I mean? It's like music connects people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just connected, and it was like magic. You know, I don't know. And after that, I was just like, yeah, I'm down. Got it.
Team Soul Mechanic. Take it. Yeah. Wrap that up. Let's go.
So how's that changed the dynamic of you know, what you're doing as a band?
It's mixed it up in a way that's been completely different than before. I mean, we've had keys players come on before, and it fit really well, but we've never had somebody that was there at every rehearsal, every practice, there hanging out, you know what I mean, being a complete team member, and it's changed the dynamic in a great way. I mean, and I hate to bring it up, but there's the whole Clark thing, of him leaving. I feel like we have to address the situation. And we've had keys players before, and Marcus would have fit great with Clark and everybody too.
I would have loved
it. It would have been amazing.
It would have worked the whole way around.
It would have been amazing, but at the time we were trying to be like, well, we don't want to go out on the road with 7 people. You know what I mean? Because who's got the money to afford that?
And finding a real keyboard player that's like available, you know, is like huge. Like we asked so many times across the internet, you know, does anybody know anybody? Huge set of musicians networking. And
well, I mean, I just moved here in May, and I just was like, okay. I went to one of their shows, and that was really, really it. I mean, I've known Jared for a couple of years now, and played together. I've seen him before, and we knew each other.
We have a viola player with a funk, basically, band. So what, you know, how does that work?
Well, I guess it never did work before. It usually, well, it's usually
in the history of funk, it never worked. Jessica changed the game.
Next level.
Hashtag futuristic.
I don't know. It's kind of I've learned my spots. For instance, there's certain styles that it just doesn't quite work with strings, and I think funk, it just kind of opened up a little bit where I just try to follow some harmony lines with guitar or kind of pad it out with keys. And so it's not just coming out with just making it sound like there's a viola there. I feel like I can find a way to hint around and just try to match the timbre of these two instruments, guitar and keys. And I don't know. I try not to make it a big deal of it being like there's a viola in there, but it at least puts a tint or a hue to the coloring of chords and stuff. And so it's just a nice compliment where if you weren't seeing it, if you were just listening to it, I like to think that it helps kind of blend in the sound a little bit, instead of, just trying to cut through, because there's no way of cutting through the funk. So I just try to accentuate it.
Can't cut the funk.
Folks, accentuate the
Can't cut the
funk.
funk.
I would like to add
that.
something to that. She says she's just trying to color it, but she's got some parts in some songs that she's just killing it. So I don't know what she's really talking about. Over some of the funk, she has some prominent parts that are nasty and really put it in a different direction that you never heard before with progressive funk. And I guess her getting some of the pedals she's gotten, some of the effects she's gotten have really like made her cut through. There's one song we have, Sacred Silence. It sounds like where she's doing some kind of Tom Morello type stuff. It's really edgy and it's really awesome. Yeah. So she's not just coloring it up. She's out here. She's getting it.
That's our show. We hope you've enjoyed our inaugural episode of Chattaboogie Sessions. Please let your friends know what we've got going on here. Let's make Chattanooga's music scene bigger and better. Good night.